What's happening, my amazing forex traders? Welcome to another series about understanding the basics, the nitty gritties, the key of forex. As you guys know, my name is Victor, and I've been in this forex game for about 2 years now, and I can tell you for free that I should be the best educator on this platform to tell you the nitty gritties of what I call forex. I break it down to the simplest thing possible. Okay, so stay with me, and I'm going to show you another rigmarole of exactly what forex is all about. Don't let them lie to you. Don't pay for anything. I'm not asking for any money, but this is a free training. So take your pen, take your jotter, and take a bottle of chilled water, because this is gonna be sweet. So without further, let's quickly go into right about now.
Alright guys, so welcome back again to my screen. So today is actually going to be volume 7 as of the time I'm recording this. Today is 4th of April 2025. So I'm going to be taking you guys through this particular segment of this series. And I want you guys to take your time. Okay, if you have not followed me, follow me on every of my platform. You can follow me on X, which is formerly Twitter, Victor underscore USAN. You can follow me on Facebook, Victor Olanian. You can follow me on Instagram, vic.usan. So that is where I actually drop the gems, the updates of exactly what I'm talking about. So no further, let's quickly go into what I have for you guys. So number next for today, let's quickly do a quick recap of what I spoke about, on volume 6. And I said that, I emphasize more on risk management on volume 6, right? And I spoke about the importance of what stop losses and what and take profits, and also emphasized on what on risk to reward ratio. Okay, if you've not watched it, please go and watch it. There's a lot of gems there. Okay, so number next, let's quickly see. So what exactly you guys will learn today? I'm going to be talking about trading psychology and the right mindset, of which I've already picked two bullet points to emphasize more on, okay, which is why psychology matters in forex trading. And number next is how to control fear and greed in forex trading. So I can tell you guys for free that psychology is 80% or 85%, you know, a big part of the forex game, right? And if you don't have your psychology right, you might not be able to stay in the game for a very long time. Okay. So I want you guys to take your time. I'm going to be dropping a lot of resources in the description below, and I'll take this out as slow as possible. As slow as possible. As I said earlier, psychology is 80% of the forest game. So you have to take your time with this. Okay, take your time with this. As usual, take a pen, take a jotter, and take a bottle of cold water. Okay, take a bottle of cold water. Let's dissect everything that's going on here. So let's quickly go into number next. So why psychology matters in what in forex trading. So number one, emotions affect decision making. So this is just simply when you have the wrong mindset, when you have the wrong psychology. You know, it will affect your emotions. And if you had emotion into forex trading, definitely you're definitely going to what make bad decisions. Okay, you're going to make bad decisions, and it's something that the forex traders struggle with, which is the emotional part of trading. They struggle with it a lot. Struggle with it a lot, and that was what I also struggle with. When I also began my whole journey of forex. Okay, it's something that a lot of traders go through, and I'm here to actually not make you guys fall into that pit again. So if you lack if you lack the right psychology, you definitely get emotions into play in forex, and when emotion is into play, it can affect your decision making. Number next, we have lack of discipline is equals to what inconsistent results. So I like to use the example of the guy that is training in maybe exercising 1 day a week for 4 weeks compared to the result of the guy that is exercising 5 days a week for 4 weeks. So if you accumulate that, that is the guy that's training a day a week for 4 weeks. That's 4 days in a month. In 4 weeks, let's just use in 4 weeks. And the guy that's training 5 days a week, that is 20 days in 4 weeks. Like their results can't be the same thing because the guy that's training 5 days a week has quite a lot of discipline than the guy that's training 1 day a week. So lack of discipline will definitely what? It will definitely result in what? Inconsistent results. Okay. It will definitely result in inconsistent results. So another part of the psychology should be what? You should be disciplined. Okay. For you to have the right psychology, you have to be disciplined. Okay. So number next we talk about handling losses like a pro. So this is actually self-explanatory. It's self-explanatory. You want to have the right mindset and the right psychology. You have to know exactly how what will handle forex. So to handle losses like a pro. Look, you can't eliminate the losses, you can't eliminate the risk. The losses are part of the game. Okay. Even professional traders like me also, take health sometimes. But the only thing that is still keeping us alive and keeping us in the game is risk management. Okay, is risk management. It all boils down to risk management. So if you have the right psychology, you know what you will know how to risk. You know how to manage your risk and to actually manage your losses. Okay, so handling losses like a pro. I spoke about how to set a stop loss and to do your risk to reward ratio in my last volume, volume 6. I'd like you guys to check it out. So handling losses like a pro is a big part of what is a big part of the psychology in forex trading. If you guys can see that the three things I mentioned there, they are actually interconnected. Now take a look at this. You know, emotions affect decision making. Let's say that I'm a bad trader now, which I'm not, and I'm emotionally attached to the market, and the market is going like I'm seeing rates, like my what's it called? My P&L is getting bloody. Okay, because I made the wrong decisions because I was afraid. Now, when my P&L is getting bloody, my losses are going so crazy. Okay, because I have risked what I can't afford to lose. One thing trading is, I want you guys to get it straight. One thing trading is you have to risk what you can afford to lose. Okay, risk what you can afford to lose. Risk exactly what you can afford to lose. So let's go into number next on this slide. So number next we have how exactly do what to control fear and greed. How to control fear and greed. How to control fear and greed. Let's first talk about how to control fear. So sorry, how exactly to overcome fear. So number one, accept that what losses are part of trading. Okay, look, there's one thing you have to be sure of. One thing like once you know you are assured of something, you can't be scared of it. Okay, if you are assured that okay, or I'm very sure that losses are part of this forest thing, don't be scared of losing money in it. Okay, don't be scared of losing money in forex. Okay, because losses are part of the game. Losses are part of the damn game. Don't be scared. Don't be afraid of losing money because you have to accept that losses are part of trading. Don't let one bad trade stop you. Okay, don't let one bad trade stop you. Losses are part of the game. Okay, me there's no forex trader that doesn't take losses. There is no forex trader that doesn't take losses. Literally everybody takes losses, but the only thing that will make you stay in the game even when you are losing is risk management. You're able to manage your risk, you're able to manage your capital rightly. You're able to stay in the game for a very, very long time. Don't tell anybody this. I'm telling you, as you're my guy. The number next on how to overcome fear and greed. Overcome fear is use proper risk management. As I already talk about this, trade only what you can afford to lose. Trade only what you can afford to lose. Now, talking about this, let me tell you guys a story. So when I actually, started Forex, when I heard about Forex, and as at that time I was collecting $1 a day as my allowance. That's like $30 a day. So and to actually fund my Forex account, I have to, get $10 out of my $30 in a day. Sorry, in a month. That's like one third of my allowance. That's a very significant portion of my allowance, right? So I was actually able to gather this money together, after tug of war, after going through hell and starving. I was actually able to gather this money together. So At the end of the day, when I was able to gather this money, I funded my first account that same night. This is when I funded my first account, let's say 8 p.m. So between that 8 p.m. and 8:30 p.m., I was able to take that $10 to about $40. That's about like 400% in profit. $10 to $40. I flipped it. And I actually threw risk management out of the window. I didn't actually ask stop loss. I didn't actually take profits. Initially, that $10 went to about $80. When I realized that market was the money was going down, I closed the profit as $40. So to cut long story short, my best friend was telling me that Victor, just cash out this $40. At least we know that we're set for a month and probably a month and a half because that was like that was $40. Then it will take me for a month or so because my allowance was $30 per month. So to cut long story short, I know they ended up blowing the $40 and it pained me because I cried because I knew that this $40 would actually serve me for a month without actually asking my parents for any money. So and this all boils down to what to train away risk management and I didn't I didn't trade what I could afford to lose. You know what I'm saying? Because if I had starved myself for like a month or so to get that $40, I would actually know the value of it and I won't waste it all. You know what I'm saying? So like I traded what I can't afford to lose. That is why I was pained. Okay, I didn't use proper risk management. So that also gave me a sense of fear for the market. Okay, but after a very long time and after past experiences that are now lessons, I've already been able to do what to gather, enough knowledge by myself. Okay, to know that okay, risk management is a very, very big part of trading. Okay. So number next on how to overcome fear. I'm sure you guys enjoyed my story. So number next on how to overcome fear is stick to your trading plan instead of reacting emotionally. So what I want you guys to do here is get yourself maybe if you're watching me from Nigeria, maybe you get yourself like 3,000 naira. At least 3,000 naira will get you a trading journal. I mean like a physical training book, a trading book where you can write your plans, your aspirations, your how will I put it, your expectations for your trading. Okay, where you write down exactly, make it realistic. Or don't say don't dream. Okay, don't dream on your journal. Make it realistic. I was actually doing this for a certain period of time before I actually lost my journal, and I had to transition to using a digital journal which is called Notion. I was actually using Notion for some time before I now figured that physical journaling is my thing. So I know I had to transition again back to Notion. And if you guys don't know how to use Notion app, it's actually available on App Store, Play Store, anywhere you want to get it. They're available everywhere. And if you guys don't know how to use Notion to journal your trades, I'll definitely make a video on Notion on how to journal your trades. So I already spoke about overcoming fear. Stick to your trading plan by what? By getting a journal and writing it down. Like writing it down. There's a saying that goes that a faint a faint handwriting is sharper than the sharpest brain, or something like that. So a faint handwriting is sharper than the sharpest brain. So let's continue. Let's continue. So how to control greed. How to do what? How to control greed. So this is quite the opposite of what of it's not like the opposite, but they are actually related somehow. So how to control greed. In general, if they tell you that you are greedy, it's not actually a good characteristics. So greed is actually something that quite a lot of traders struggle with, and it's also something that I also struggle with when I was also starting up. And I want you guys to fall into that trap. So greed in general is like you wanting more than what you have. If you ask anybody what is greed all about, so greed in the simple term is wanting more than what you have. Like what's the word again? When you're not satisfied, you know, covetousness. Yes, covetousness. So let's talk about how to control greed in forex. So number one, don't overtrade. Don't do what? Don't overtrade. Okay, because one good trade is better than 10 bad ones. Okay, don't say okay because you are winning. Maybe you have won like two trades. You now say that okay, let me just place one more trade before the day ends. And you might end up losing the whole amount of money you make on the two good trades. Okay, don't over trade. Once you make your profit, take it and take it like that and go away. Okay, take it and go home. Just close your laptop or close wherever you're trading and go. Don't over trade. Number next, on how to control greed. Take profit when needed. Don't chase more money and lose what you've gained. That's the story like of like a. I'm sure you guys are familiar with the I think the rich man was David. So you guys are familiar with that story. The man had 100 sheep. So he had 100 sheep, and that to his disposal that is the owner of it all. And he still wants to collect the one sheep of a beggar. Like bro, why are you so greedy? So don't chase more money and lose what you've gained. It's something that I've already learned with experience, and I don't know exactly a way to put it for you guys where you guys not fall into that same trap. Okay, don't chase more money and lose what you've gained. Me, as at the stage I am in right now, if I make money and I see that money is quite okay, it's quite decent, I'm just gonna close my laptop for that day and say, okay, I'm good for the day. I don't care if people are making millions and millions that same day. I don't care as long as I take what I want and I left. Okay, don't trade more money. No, don't chase more money and lose what you've gained. So number next on how to control greed is follow a strategy. Avoid making emotional trades because of FOMO. There's something that happened last year, when President Trump got into power. So the crypto market just started, going boosting up and in value. I saw what was going on, and I saw the amount of people that were emotionally triggered because of that. Don't let me miss out on this thing, let me miss out on this move. At the end of the day, they end up losing a lot of money. And talk about those that were jumping into it when it was already going already, bro. Why are you scared of missing out? Why are you afraid of missing out? Bro, there's always a trading opportunity. Okay. Like I don't like trading when everybody is like, oh, this is gonna go this way, gonna go this way. It makes us like it makes you at the end of the day, it makes you emotionally attached to that particular trade. It makes you emotionally attached to that particular trade. So follow a strategy. It's also like following a plan. You have to devise it on your trading journal that okay, I'm not gonna be scared of missing out on any trade. I'm not gonna, I'm just gonna follow my plan. Okay, I'm not gonna because of someone jumping on this trade, jumping on that trade. Okay, so we'll talk about how to control greed for trading, and I said that don't over trade, take profits when needed, and follow a strategy. There are still countless ways of how to of ways to control greed, but just be the best way of what I can speak on and on what I've already experienced. Okay, and talking about strategy, there's no way you can go into the forex market with just the basic of what you've understood. Okay, that is why tomorrow I'll be speaking more on my strategy and exactly how you guys can take best advantage of it. Okay, on exactly how you guys can take best advantage of it. As you guys can see, I'm taking this as slow as possible. I'm not that this is not like the previous video I used to do that. I'll be I'll be rushing and shouting and jumping all over the place. Okay, as you guys understand exactly what I'm saying. It's not about how far, it's about how well you guys understand me. Okay, so let's go into number next. We spoke about how to overcome fear, how to control greed, and that is basically what we want to talk about today. Let me give you guys a key takeaway on today's presentation. So key takeaway: mastering mastering your emotions is what makes you a successful trader. Control your mind, and your money will follow. Okay, mastering your emotions is what makes you a successful trader. The day you get to the point where you say that, I don't give a shit if this money goes or come, that is when the journey of trading begins. because you've already mastered the emotions. You're not scared of losing money. You're not even happy if you win the money. Okay, like you just don't give a shit. So mastering your emotions is what makes you a successful trader. Control your mind and your money will follow. So no further ado, I want you guys to follow me till the end of this series. And thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate your time. I really appreciate your time a lot. Because some people take out their time to actually listen to me, preach exactly what I'm trying to say. And if you guys haven't follow me on all my social platform. Follow me on X, formerly Twitter. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Instagram. You guys can DM me at any time. I'll definitely see it and what I respond to you guys. So no further ado, I'd like to say thank you guys for coming and I'll see you tomorrow. So tomorrow I'll talk about my strategy and exactly, how you guys can take advantage of it and how you guys can use it to both make a lot of money. A lot of money. Okay. So, at the same time, you don't want to get emotionally attached to the amount of money I'm talking about. So no further ado, thank you guys for coming and peace out.